Hey traders, it's Danielle. Welcome to the Simpler Options free video for March 4th, 2019. So tonight I'm going to be talking about the communications sector. Now, why is this sector on my radar, you may ask? Well, there are a couple different reasons. Number one, I love the daily and 195-minute squeezes. I'm looking at these as bullish squeezes. I like the overall technical pattern on the chart. You can see obviously it used to be in a downtrend, but do you know what was so critical about this chart is that it was bought very, very quickly and rapidly after the downfall that we saw in December. So XLC is what I like to call my Phoenix sector along with XLY, because these sectors were the ones that rose from the ashes the quickest and the fastest after the downfall that we saw in December. So, number one, I like it for that reason. Number two, I like it because we have some squeezes. Number three, I like it because we actually have a Fibonacci cluster here as well. So, that has me looking at the communication sector. In addition, because it's a Phoenix, what happened today? Well, we saw the market sell off. We ended up down, let's see, we opened up at about 28.18. This morning sold off all the way down to about 27.67 or so, rallied back into the end of the day. And you know what you always need to look for when you have a move like this on an intraday basis is which sectors are recovering the quickest. So what I can tell you is that right here, and this is pretty easy to find from sectorspider.com, we have XLC, the communication sector, along with materials and real estate, utilities recovering the quickest, energy as well. But out of all of these sectors, I favor the communication sector. Now, switching over to Phoenix, what I want to do is I just want to compare the different stocks within the sector and say, okay, well, if communications is trading higher, what should we buy or where can we focus on? On the daily time frame, you can see we have a lot of strength here. Obviously, ATVI, Twitter, TTWO. And Trip, I actually would consider that one even though it's all red, but I'm focusing on where the green is, okay? And then what we want to do is we want to go down to a lower time frame and see what we have that's pulling back that we can possibly enter, okay? So let's go down even a little bit further down to the 30-minute chart. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a stock that has pulled back and then has quickly turned higher. So first of all, XLC, see green, red, yellow, back to green. That's exactly what we want. Facebook, number one, has remained strong despite any other price action. Google has flipped back to the upside. Netflix is still red, but we have CHTR and then Disney as well as VIAB and Fox that are turning to the upside. So where does that leave me? Well, I can tell you, number one, trading XLC here, I think that it's, I think that's a great buy just to buy the overall ETF. I also like buying long calls on it, looking for a price point initially of about 47.53 with a higher target of 48.26. The long calls on XLC are pretty cheap going down into April. We have some Delta 70s for about $2. It's a pretty good price point right there. So I like that as well. But drilling down to the stocks a little bit more, I love Netflix here. So despite the fact that Netflix is a little bit red on Phoenix, I can tell you that I like it because it's really just pulling back to the 34 EMA, which is typically a pretty good price point. And if you go down to a lower time frame chart, you can see that we also have some consolidation and we have a squeeze right here. So why is that so great? Because that's going to break out. So what I'm looking for on Netflix is a trade up into about 380. So I'm looking at this for an options trade. because it's had quite a bit of relative strength since the fall in December, because the overall sector looks like it's going to move. So I really like that a lot here. So I do have a butterfly as well as some put credit spreads on Netflix. The next one is CHTR. Now I will tell you that overall, I don't like the pattern on this one as much as Netflix, just because it's a little bit crazy here. But I do like the lower time frame squeezes, and because it had a really nice gap up after earnings, I do think we could see more of a continuation move here. All right, so to summarize, CHTR, Netflix as well, Google, we were in a trade there. I went ahead and took profits on it this morning, but honestly, I think Google's good for another shot to the upside as well. I would like to get in around 1132 and trade that back up to about 1170 or so. So, out of all of those, you can see too here that Facebook is really leading the way higher, which is kind of crazy because really Facebook, but it is. So anyhow, I also have a target on Facebook of about 175. But the moral of the story here is that XLC has been the phoenix to the upside. It continues to be so. The pullback in the price action today looks like it just gave us a couple better entries, and I'll be looking to get into some more of the communication stocks tomorrow as long as the market holds up. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.